What's up, world? Showtime. I'm gonna wait for y'all to get on up in here. Let me get my stuff set up. Cash Action. What's up, brother? Cash Action. You know I'm gonna have to put you on blast today, right? He said, "Don't take the Mavs yesterday. Dog of the day and the +5.5 for clients. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't sleep on the wave, man. You already know what time it is. You know, I trying to talk me off my horse, man. What's wrong with you? Y'all been dealing with me for way too long to know that that ain't gonna happen. Seriously. All right, man. I'm about to give you guys about 30 more seconds, and then we're gonna get started. Okay. I hope everybody did well yesterday. I hope everybody, feeling real good about themselves today. You know what I mean? It's Sunday. It's the final day of the week. I would say if you up big, tread lightly. If you down big, don't worry about it. It's the game. And don't put yourself in a deeper hole. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Show starting now. All right. Just sending out this tweet, then we're going to get started. Yeah, sir. J Pitt, what's going on? What's up, everybody? I'm away to everybody up in the room. All right. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy started, though. All right, here we are. First up is going to be the WNBA bets for today. And in the WNBA, we got the Lynx versus the Sparks to start the day off. And this is going to be a really, really, really good game. I think that the lines makers got this one totally wrong because you have to understand the Lynx are actually 5-1 right now. And they're playing some pretty damn good basketball. And they are undefeated as an underdog against the spread and straight up as well, too. So this right here is a big value spot, but I know why they have the Sparks as the favorite. The Sparks looked really good against the Aces on Friday night, and they've been playing against much tougher than the Lynx have been playing against. But the Lynx have somewhat got their mojo back, and they got Sylvia Fowles as well back in the rotation as well too. So it's looking really good for this team moving forward. So what I'm think we should do here is we got to go ahead and take the +5 on the Lynx. I would say money line that bad boy up, but I think the +5 is the safer bet because this is going to come down to being a very close game. You have to understand these teams have became like arch rivals in a sense because they played each other for a few years and everything like that. The which got I got to make sure that we get it on YouTube. If I bring in somebody else, I can't put it on YouTube, so I'm gonna have to get you on the next one. El Campa, Marcos. All right, so pretty much +5 on the Lynx. This one is going to be a very, very, very good play in my opinion. So there it is, +5 on the Lynx. They might be handing you some good charity right now as well too, if you want to money line that bad boy. But that is going to be your game of the day. And then we move on. We got the Aces and the Liberty. And the Liberty got the big win the other day. We talked about it. And I said that you guys need to put something on the 15.5 if you need to pick a side. Today, they're a 12.5 point dog. So you can see that this is starting to become somewhat of a trend with with this squad right here, where they're high dogs. And literally they found their mojo. But we'll talk about the Mystics in a second because we know kind of the reason why they were able to win that game because pretty much the Mystics are struggling at this point. But I think the over 167 is in our favor because you have to understand the Liberty have went over in 4 out of the 6 games. And literally the Aces have went over out of 3 out of their 6 games, but they pushed in one game as well too. So I expect this one to be a high scoring game, and pretty much that's what it is right there. Over 167 with the Aces and the Liberty, and then we got the Mystics and the Fever. Now I know the Mystics look really really good because they're a -4, but there's a reason for that. In other cases, they probably would have been a -7, -8 in other games, but this team is struggling right now. They've lost their last 3 games in a row, and seriously, they have really, really have struggled mightily, in my opinion. And well, they haven't lost their last 3, but what happened was is they haven't been covering as well as they should be, and they haven't covered in their last 3 games as a favorite. So, because I got to remember they did beat the Dream. So pretty much this is a team that you really tell yourself, you say, okay, I don't know about this Mystics team, when it comes to covering the spread, but I think today they're due. Because right now, Indiana's struggling, and pretty much I think what happens here is we will get ourselves a good win out of the Mystics. I think they should win this game by 5 or more points because, come on, they got to get pumped up on their own regard. So it is what it is. So that's what I'm going to do here. We're going to roll with the Mystics -4, and we go from there. All right, so we move along, and now it's time to talk about what we all let to talk about, the NBA. And today in the NBA, you got the Grizzlies and the Raptors going at it, and you guys got to understand this spread is dipping. It came out as a +8 on the Grizzlies. I caught it at a 7. When I looked up this morning, it was a 6. Then I looked up about an hour ago, it was at 5. So you can tell that money is pouring in on the Grizzlies today because we all know that pretty much Viva la Mexico. I'll get you up in here, El Campa. But, pretty much you got to make sure that we get it on the YouTube as well, too. Man, so pretty much, and we got Canada in the house. What's up, Cody Jenner? And then we got the we got the +7 on the Grizzlies today. The Grizzlies are in desperation mode. The Raptors are just trying to hold on to that second seed. And the Raptors did not look good in the Boston game, but pretty much they've already proven their point. They came out and were guns a-blazing for the Raptors to start off in the bubble and everything like that. So losing to Boston, that wasn't really a big deal to me because Boston's a really good team. So with Boston being a really good team, this is going to happen where you get a blowout the way that the Raptors got blown out. But the Raptors have beaten the Lakers. They literally have ran everybody that they played against. So to me, the Raptors present a tough test for the Grizzlies, but I know how they go to sleep on teams as well too. So I'm not going to trust the Raptors to be able to cover 5, 6, or 7. I think the Grizzlies can cover because they are in the mix of getting into the trying to get into the playoffs. They're the 8th seed. They can't afford to lose right now because Phoenix is all on their tail. Phoenix is actually 8 into a 6.5 game lead. They're 5-0 right now. So they're only 2 games back. So it's time. You can't keep messing around and hoping and wishing that other teams are gonna lose. They got to win today, but I don't know if they can win the game, but I do know that they will cover the game today. That's how I'm feeling. So I'm taking the +7. And then, again, we go down Spurs way when it comes to the dog of the day. Again, we are hopping on the Spurs. The Spurs, this is about the 3rd time I've had the Spurs as the dog of the day, but they keep sleeping on Pop Squad, man. Y'all got to stop doing that. You know that this team looms the danger, and DeMar DeRozan is still a stand-up player as well too. He can still ball, and he was doing the same thing in Toronto, and they was winning the same exact way. But I know they don't have the superstar power of having in their LaMarcus Aldridge there because he's out with an injury. But still, they got some really scrappy players that are motivated by a really good head coach. So I got to do it, man. So give me the Rockets. I mean, not the Rockets. Give me the Spurs +130. Let's see how it shakes out. This is going to be a good game today. I know everybody's like, damn, it seems like you keep overlooking the Pels. No, it's not about overlooking the Pels. I just don't think that they ready for all this, man. And I think that the Spurs, know what time it is, and I think that they're going to lock it down today, and they're going to go ahead and get us a good win. Because when you look at it, the Spurs are doing much better against the spread and straight up in the bubble right now. The Pels are struggling, and they've only beat the bad teams, okay? And the Spurs aren't one of the bad teams, so I really truly think that the Spurs will get the plus 130 home for us. Let's see how it shakes out. All right, and then we got the Rockets and the Kings. The Kings got it. Much love to the Kings. The Kings got us a big win the other day as a dog. But then we came back the next day and took the Nets as the dog against them. So, it's all love at the end of the day. But, big shout out to the Kings for doing that for us this week. But I think the Kings probably are only due for one win in the bubble, to be dead honest with you. This team really has no business being here, but it's a good way to grow a little bit, as they would say. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and take the Rockets with the -5. It's actually jumped up to a 6, but I got it early. I would still say take it as a 6 because I would think that they would go ahead and beat these guys by double digits today as well, too. So that's what I'm thinking when we get into this game right here. So I'm going to take the Rockets with the -5. And if you guys get in the -6, just take it, but probably meet right in the middle at 5.5. But I know that this is a strong public play. I know that there's really no mystery to it or anything of that nature. Let's just get down to the point that we know that James Harden's going to be cooking tonight, and it is what it is, and they're going to go ahead and probably win this game by double digits or better. All right, so we move on, and let's go ahead and talk about it. The under, I didn't put it down here, but it is going to be under 220 for the Magic and the Celtics today. The under 220 for that bad boy right there. And I do really like that one a lot. The under with the Magic and the Celtics. I think that the Magic, honestly, they're struggling right now. They're still going to make the playoffs and everything like that, but they're very shorthanded. No Jonathan Isaac, and most likely Gordon's going to be out still with the hamstring today. So I'm pretty much going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and take the under 220. I'm so sorry for not putting it on there because you got to understand I'm writing notes, trying to put everything together, and I thought I had put it in, but it's under 220.5 right now, and I'll make sure to specify that when we do the when I do the snippet for the retweet and everything like that. So pretty much there it is, the under 220 there with the Magic and the Celtics, and then we move on and we have ourselves the Nets and the Clippers. And I'm gonna tell you guys like this. That's a good damn line right there. Plus 14.5 on the Nets. I think that they're definitely going to cover that today. But I think that the best bet for us is to play the over here because we know that the Nets are going to score a lot of points. And they're going to make the Clippers score a lot of points today as well, too. Because the Nets damn near have went over in like almost every game since they got into the bubble. So pretty much I'm going to get us the right number right now for the over here. And the over here that we're going to do is going to be over 227.5. I think we easily get that one because this could wind up just being a 130. This could be a 130, 120 game. That's how I'm feeling with this one right here. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Give me the over 227.5 with the Nets and the Clippers, and we move on from there, okay? So that's going to be the NBA Super High 5, 30-1. Once again, +7 on the Grizzlies. Spurs money line +130. -5 on the Rockets. Under 220.5, Magic Celtics. And over 227.5 with the Nets and the Clippers. All right, so we move on to baseball, and it's pick 6 time. And in the pick 6 today, we have the Yankees starting us off with the -105. The Yankees have Paxton on the mound today. I like this pitcher a lot. He was making us a whole lot of money a few years ago when he was in Seattle. But, he's kind of slowed down a little bit because now he's a Yankee. And, when you become a Yankee, you just kind of just blend into the squad if you're not a future Hall of Famer or anything like that. So pretty much this is going to be a really good pitching matchup today. He's going against Morton as well, too. I think this is going to wind up being a pretty good pitcher's duel, but I think the Yankees will get the upper hand here. You just can't trust the Rays, man. The Rays just are ass. They're disappointing me this season. I thought they were going to be much, much better, but winds up the Orioles are a little bit better than they are this season, but we're on a short year, man, and you got to understand these guys have only played a few weeks, so it is what it is. Hey, thank you, Marcos. And I'm telling you, if you guys loving what you see, you guys got a lot of friends that watch sports and everything like that. Tell them to come and watch the show. Don't be, we don't have to make it. It ain't got to be the secret show. Get their asses in here as well too. We need to have 3, 4, 500 people watching this right now because y'all like money, don't you? And I like getting y'all money. So it is what it is. So Yankees, give me the Yankees minus 105. Let's see how this one shakes out. I really like this one right here. I think that we'll be able to get ourselves some good money in this spot. So we move on and we got the Mets, the mighty, mighty Mets today. It's the Graham Day today. So with the Graham, you already know what it is. We are expecting to win by 2 or more runs. And, they're playing against the Marlins today. And the Marlins have lost one game. One game. They've dominated the Mets this weekend. But I think that it's time for them to come back to reality. The Graham's should have himself a really good game today. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm expecting. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Mets with the minus 1.5. And we get minus 120 on this. We don't even get plus money on this bad boy. So you better get us home, Jacob. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Minus 1.5. Mets minus 120. Then we move on to the Blue Jays. And I got the Blue Jays here today. The Blue Jays won for us last night on the Dog PK4. We hit 3 out of 4 last night. The only culprit was who? Who was the only culprit? Was it the Rays last night? Yeah, I think it was the Rays who was the only culprit. But it is what it is, man. We got the O's home last night. We got the D-backs home last night. We got the Jays home last night. And man, I'm still thinking about it right now. We missed it by just a little bit, man. And we had the Royals win, we had the Giants win, and it is what it is. But plus 1.5 on the Jays today. I think the Jays are good enough to win the game, but I'm just gonna do a plus 1.5 and say that the game's gonna be pretty close today as well too. So we'll take that as some insurance for us. On the other hand, I know that it's minus money over plus money if they win, but hey, it is what it is. I think that this is a stronger bet in the spot. So plus 1.5 on the Jays today, and we move along. Then you got the Twins and the Royals have been really good lately. The Royals have actually won their last 3 games in a row as well too. And I know because I've been taking them most of the week, but I didn't take them yesterday. We had the Twins as the premium, and you saw what happened in that game. These guys get 4 runs in the 5th inning, then give up 6. So it is what it is at the end of the day. So okay, shouts out to Ignacio and Jack and all Ignacio the Jack. Okay, shout out to him. So pretty much there it is. With that, the under 9 with the Twins and Royals, I think that's a go today. We got Barrios on the mound. Barrios, this is a different type of team. There, I know the Royals have been hitting really well in this series, but this is their top pitcher. And when your top pitcher comes in, he's supposed to shut you down. And I got a feeling he's going to shut them down today. And the Royals are going to keep up today because they got some confidence to them. So I really do like the under 9 here. Let's go ahead and see how it shakes out. We got the Reds and the Brewers. You got Sonny Gray pitching for the Reds today, and you got Brandon Woodruff pitching for the Brewers. The Brewers have been absolute ass this weekend, to be dead honest with you. I'm really annoyed with them right now because you take the Reds to win, they can't win. You take them to lose, they win. It's just the never-ending story with this team. But hopefully today we get the over in this spot because it's an over 7.5, and I know that these guys are going to be hitting some balls today. And especially if the Brewers are able to get into some type of groove, they'll be able to hit Sonny Gray. And same goes for the Reds hitting Brandon Woodruff. So I'm going to go ahead and take the over 7.5, and that's what we're going to do from there. And then we move on. And now we move on to the Indians, who are going to be in the night game. So y'all don't have to ask me later on who do I like in the night game. This is who I like in the night game. The night game, I do like the Indians. Minus 130. The Indians should take care of their business. This is a national televised game as well, too. So I really, truly think that this one will be one that will work out in a sense to where, hey, look, the Indians are here. They're here to win the AL Central. And, they got to knock some teams out. And the White Sox are one of those teams. So I think that tonight they're going to prove a point, and I got them winning big time. But I'm going to take this money line because this is some good value to it, and I just think that if the game comes down to a crucial situation where if there is one run, the Indians should be the team that's ahead. And we just got to take the insurance just a little bit with the Indians money line to just say, okay, straight up winner, we walk away, and straight up winner, we walk away. It is what it is, but that's what it got to be. So we move on, and I know y'all getting excited too. Let's talk about the dog pick 4. Can we hit this bad boy today? Can we hit this bad boy today? That's my question. We got the Pirates. They going against the Tigers today. I got them at plus 110. Hopefully, we don't get any issues with that game because you know how it is. They've been taking forever to throw out the line. They finally threw it out. But, sometimes when they're taking forever to throw out the line, that's because pretty much they're about to maybe postpone the game, but hopefully that doesn't occur. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to take the Pirates because they're due to win, and the Tigers just ain't the type of team that you would expect to sweep. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Pirates because they're overdue, because they should have won Friday. They should have won Saturday, and I say, y'all, like, you say Friday. Yeah, we had the Tigers Friday. So what? But still, they had the game and they missed. They were up 9-6 late in the game. Then at one point, I think they were up like 11-9. So it is like, man, it is what it is. Yo, Prime Rhyme. Yeah, what you call it? Thank you, Richie. You already know. Hey, Philly, man. Shouts out to Philly, man. Shouts out. What you call it? Dizzy Get Busy. Shouts out. Pirates, though, let's go ahead and see how it goes. Pirates, they couldn't beat a Little League team some days, but they are still there. They're still professionals, and hopefully they'll go ahead and cash this ticket out for us today at plus 110. So, there it is with the Pirates. Yesterday, we had the D-backs money line, and that came through. That was the dog of the day. And today, it won't be the dog of the day, but it is the biggest dog that we have in the group. And I like the Diamondbacks to repeat what they did yesterday and get themselves another nice victory over the Padres and win this series over the Padres this weekend as well, too. Get some get back from opening weekend when they played them. So I think that the Diamondbacks get this win. I think Bumgarner goes out there and has himself a game. He's settled in as into his role with the Diamondbacks as well too. So I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and circle the Diamondbacks plus 150. Let's see how it shakes out. And then today our home dog is our dog of the day, a home team, Mariners. You owe us some money. Last night you guys got shut out. The night before, you guys didn't look that good against Colorado. Why y'all making Colorado look like a World Series contender? We know they ain't got no damn pitching. We know they got nothing but hitters over there, and they not even happy about being on that team. Let's stop playing the game right now. Mariners, go ahead and beat these boys down today. That's all I'm asking. That's all we asking. I need a Kyle Seager. I need some Kyle Seager. I need some big homers. I need all that today. So, Mariners, let's get it, man. Plus 140, dog of the day. Let's go ahead and see how it shakes out. Boom. Whoop, there it is. All right, so we move on, and we got the Astros money line. Astros, y'all over there looking real pathetic right now. But you know what? You still got everybody's trust because y'all still got hitters. Y'all still got pitchers. You still seen as somewhat of a top team, even though you're not a top of the West. But who said that to you guys during my MLB preview show? That the Astros were nowhere near coming towards the top of the West this year. I think the A's are going to run away with the West, to be dead honest with you. But today, though, the Astros get themselves a win over the A's, in my opinion. You know, the A's is good to win a series, but they don't usually sweep series, even if it's a full season. But they all to a hell of a good start. But I just think that the Astros, you know, they're going to take advantage of the A's being overbet today. Like, the A's been overbet all weekend, but they're going to get really overbet today because people are going to be like, ooh, they're good, and they're going to sweep them. And, you know, I hate those Astros. They did what everybody else does, but they got caught in the World Series. But It is what it is. So once again, 29-1 on the dog pick 4. We got the Pirates money line, the Diamondbacks money line, the Mariners, the dog of the day. Circle that is the dog of the day. And remember, we've hit the dog of the day in the MLB 4 days in a row. 4 days in a row. NBA, we've hit it, I think, 4 days in a row in the NBA as well too. And in the NBA, we actually, in the first 10 days of the bubble, we've actually hit 7 out of 10. So there it is. High ROI and a nice win percentage as well to go with you for that as well. So don't sleep on my dogs. I literally got a kennel for y'all. I'm telling you. All right, so we move on, and this is where everybody gonna run away. It's time for some horse racing. Some horse racing. Del Mar, beautiful Del Mar over at Solano Beach, right next to San Diego, down here in out here in beautiful California. And if you guys have ever been down there, you guys know that this is it's the spot. It's the spot. Man, hey, we're rough. It's a kennel over here, boy. I'm telling you, DMX off the leash with it. You know what I mean? An orphanage for these dogs right here. They live here. All right, so best value today for me is going to be a horse by the name of Pretty Say Lee. Pretty Say Lee is a really good horse. I think that this horse is going to be good to go today. It's going to be ridden by Drayden Van Dyke. Yeah, I think Drayden's going to be the rider for this. Let me double check, make sure I have everything here. Just out here throwing out names like, yeah, so-and-so's riding the horse. Yeah, Drayden Van Dyke's going to be riding this horse. This horse has actually been bet down to the favorite 8-5, but that's just the early money coming in, and that means that somebody's very high on this horse, so I kind of know where I'm going with this one. So Pretty Say Lee actually finished fourth last time out on the at Del Mar on the 31st of July. Thank you, Mariko. Thank you. I'm glad that you made some money off the Mavs and the Suns yesterday as well. And I hope you got some money off that over 217 with the Lakers as well yesterday too. But Pretty Say Lee is going to be our horse for today. And best value, and this is going to be in a maiden claimer for $21,000. This is actually going to be a race on the dirt, and it's going to be a 5 furlong, so this will be a sprint. So it's going to be a race that's going to be over in a blink. So I do like Pretty Say Lee in this spot. So we're going to go ahead and box Pretty Say Lee with the 4, 6, and 9. And so it will go like this: 4, 6, 7, 9. And if you want a key, you want to go ahead and put the 7 as the key horse, and then you're going to put the 4, 6, 9. But we go across the board. That means win, play, show on the 7 horse. And I would say nothing less than $5. It's a $15 bet. Okay, give yourself a chance to make some money off of this, because the minimum bet is $2, but $5 in my world. And in my world of horse racing is the minimum bet when it comes to win, play, show. But I like to put on 20 or better myself. So that would be a $60 bet. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit of the math to make you some money off this, okay? So there it is, race 1, best value. Then we move on, and race 10 is going to be the La Jolla handicap, and this one is going to feature a horse by the name of Indian Peak that I like a lot. Indian Peak is actually going to be a horse that's going to be really good. This horse is going to be ridden by Money Mike Smith, but it does have a smaller trainer, Howie Quinn. Howie Quinn, Golden Gate guy. And still, it doesn't matter if you're a Golden Gate guy at Del Mar, because you bring him down one of the better Golden Gate horses to run at Del Mar. So the horse is doing pretty good. The horse actually finished first at Santa Anita and hasn't done worse than third in his last 4 races. So they got this horse ready to roll, and I think that we're going to get a good number on the horse as well too. It's 6-1 right now, and it's a Money Mike horse. So we know that we're going to have people like, oh, I'm going with Money Mike today. So we'll probably get this horse going off at 9-2, 4-1 at the lowest, but at the highest we could probably get 10-1 in this spot. So let's go ahead, see how it goes, and roll from there. All right, so there it is. It's going to be the 8 horse, and then we're going to go ahead and put this 8 horse with the 3, the 6, and the 7. That's how you guys want to do it. When you key it, and if you box it, it's going to be 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's see how we get in that La Jolla handicap and go from there. All right, so we move on to the nightcap. And in the nightcap, we got ourselves a really, really good race here. This is a wide open race to be exact, too. We're going to roll with the 7 horse in the spot. My man Abel Cedillo, who's been tearing it up lately, he's going to get this spot to... He's going to get this spot. It's going to be a horse by the name of Clubill, and this horse has been running in Ireland lately. So pretty much the horse is good, and I think that this is the type of group that this horse could, beat up on, because the horse is coming from Ireland, and the Ireland breds are a bit different from the American breds. Like, they only run their top tier horses. In America, they'll run horses just because they got to pay for that horse's barn bill. You know what I mean? So, the horse ain't got no talent, but they got to pay for the barn bill, so it is what it is. So this is another maiden claimer. So what we're going to do here, we're going to put the 6 with the... We're going to go ahead and put the 6 with the... We're going to go ahead... I'm sorry. We're going to put the 7, 6, 11, 8, and 4 as our super high 5 group. And this is how I want you guys to box it. Once again, 4, 6, 7, 8, 11. Okay? And that's going to give you guys the super high 5 bet. But go across the board on this horse as well, too. The horse is 6-1 going into the final race of the day. I expect this horse to actually go off at a much bigger number than that, because I know that they're going to be overlooking this horse and betting down on the Flavian Pratt horse. That is a nice number right now. So it is what it is. That's our Mar PrimeTime Bets for today. And excuse the race numbers. You got to understand the handicap is going to be race 10. The nightcap is race 11. It's an 11 race card as well, too. It will be available all day on Twitter as well, because I'm going to be tweeting out the card on the Twitter. And you guys, just follow along and see how we do for the day, okay? So hopefully we can hit a pick 4 or pick 5 or a pick 6 today as well, too, at the track. So, if you guys love some horse racing, go ahead and follow along. But all in all, though, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And it's been another great show. If you guys are interested in becoming exclusive clients, you guys can DM me right here on the IG or on the Twitter at PopDiBiase, and I'll go over my flat fee for the rest of 2020, because it's only one flat fee. It's for the rest of 2020, but usually my deal is for the whole year, and it's at a very, very good rate. So you guys can go ahead and hit me up, and I'll take care of you guys in that regard as well, too. And so pretty much, you guys, if you don't want to sign up, just keep following the movement. Keep tuning into the show, sharing the show as much as possible. Go to my YouTube, which is Prime Wave Media, and you guys can go ahead and share the show with all your social medias and things of that nature. Let's keep this movement moving. It seems like we're growing by the day, and let's not deny the game, man. Pretty much, you already know who it is. It's the boss. It's me, Pop DiBiase, the one that will get you guys that money. Bankroll building. That's what it's all about. So I thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a blast, and guess what? This is our 21st show in 21 days. And again, we'll be back at it tomorrow, most likely at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure you tune in. Let's get this money. Much love to everybody, and I'm telling you right now, let's keep cashing. That's it, and that's all. All right, the show is brought to you by Prime Wave Media Group. And this is the premier sports betting show, the PrimeTimeAngles, with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and I am gone.